Hello, my little fantasy nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers. Oh yeah.
Where I pit my group against each other and hope to God they kill each other once and for all.
Does that count as a DM threat? I don't think it does.
Anyways,
trying to.
where we left off, the group enjoying themselves during a nice evening lunch / supper was interrupted by the voice of a entity that they had semi-met before, at least one person in the party. The Undying One has made his presence aware to the group. Basically, it's coming, canned. Basically, the group proceeded to talk and gain information from this individual who seemed to harbor ill will towards the Elven in the party. Upon explaining parts of his plans and why he disliked them and what he planned to bring to the world, he produced a weapon that the party had never seen before and chose one of the members. As he walked towards Henri to deliver the finishing blow, Ping, in a moment of self-sacrifice, threw his body in front of Henri, basically taking the dagger for the party member, not knowing the repercussions. As he lay on the floor, dying, he said his last words, as always, the cheese master. The party then buried him among the flowers on a certain part of the hill close to one of the cathedrals. They retrieved items from a blacksmith that they had set up to make armor, the Clamp of Destiny, for a certain large party member. You made your way to the Colosseum, where you entered and gained your spot into the Colosseum, noting the basically fighting groups and tiers that you had to make your way through. As time went on, the party Morn was frisked down. Items was taken from him. That way, it was a fair advantage for everyone. And you were led to the arena, where Alyssa gave Morn a drink as part of good luck as he entered the arena to fight a Lady Embermane. As he enters the arena, as she comes from the other side, your hands wrapped in a sticky substance and rolled with pieces of glass. It is a semi-bare knuckles type fighting arena, where the party members, or not the party members, where Morn is told to
Contestants.
the contestants, thank you, where they are told they will fight to the death, to unconsciousness. You are unsure. You entered the arena. You said your praise to the Baron. You turned towards each other as he stood up and raised his hands and commenced the fight. And that's where we left off. As Morn begins his arena debut. So, roll initiative.
Oh, actually, I want to do battle music.
Yeah, let's get some fighting music in here.
One moment.
Get some hype. Put my character on the map here.
It's much larger, but there's an inner ring, and basically, Gregarian stands here, and there's a opening below him, and then on the opposite side as well, from where Morn came from. Correct.
Am I feeling any effects yet from this potion?
No.
I'll begin making my way forward.
Okay. So, as you guys turn, you bow, you make your and actually, you guys would be like this. Sorry, the porticles are on the sides there. So as you turn and you make your announcement, or your honor to the Baron, you begin to walk towards the center of the arena. But as you do, the individual across the way picks up into a dead sprint.
Okay, I'll let her charge at me. I rolled a 12 for initiative.
Okay.
Is this map to scale?
Yes.
Cool. So this individual will go across to the center and yell out, "Chin up! Listen good and listen well, lowly chattel. Though a fight to the death this may not be, make no mistake, I will do everything in my power to defeat you, as if I were actually trying to kill you. So please, do your best and bar yourself from holding back and underestimating me. For if you do," and she holds one of her hands out to her side, "you will incur the wrath of Lady Embermane, the Sovereign of Fire." And she snaps her hands, and her hair and her hands ignite ablaze.
I like that you used Chandra for that token.
Yeah, that's good.
Good choice.
Martin just lets out a slight chuckle. And he's gonna wait.
Okay.
I imagine Morn in this being like Chad from SNL. For no matter what happens, he's just like, okay.
Okay.
Just a reminder, it is 1d4
Twist
piercing on top of whatever damage you do.
Oh yeah. Well, everything is unarmored anyway, right? So I mean, I'm not. It's 5 damage a hit, plus rage, so. Plus d4. So yeah, I'm gonna at least. Well, no, let's have an action ready.
Okay.
For now, I'm just gonna be kind of dancing around.
Okay, so Lady Embermane, is that your move? Your turn over?
Mm-hmm.
Morn. As the crowd is just screaming, and you guys are kind of dancing around the arena.
Take like one step this way, and I believe now I'm still within. Yeah, I'm in range. I'll rage, and I'll run in. I'm aiming for the head. Raging and reckless attack at who's ever in front of me. So I will roll 2d20. Oh, that's not gonna hit.
Aren't you raging?
Even raging with advantage, that's only gonna be a 14 to hit.
Shit.
No, sir.
Okay. So Morn kind of like dances a little bit at the outer edge, and he does like a skip. And as he does a semi-skip, you guys watch as he just charges full bore and takes off like halfway across the ring. And in almost just 2 big leaps, he's standing in front of her. Yes, Diablo. In front of her, and all of a sudden just winds up, and this big haymaker just comes right over the top of her, and she just ducks low and slaps the hand up into the sky, catching you kind of off guard a little bit more, and she's a little quicker than you anticipated.
Guess that dyed beast blood doesn't help.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Lady Embermane.
All right. I'll be making 3 attacks at advantage because you reckless.
Three attacks at advantage. Damn.
Yeah, those 3 hit.
All 3?
All three?
All 3 hit.
The 13 hit?
13 hits?
Oh, no. Okay, no, 13 does not hit.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
the first
man.
and the 3rd hit.
What armor class are you rocking?
13's pretty low.
Alrighty then. That's a 14, 15.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, I do 5 damage on my hits, so this ain't going well.
I thought this was fucking tier 1.
Well, they have unarmored weapons and I don't, so it's gonna be brutal.
The fuck?
That is true.
Henri, roll a
Mhm.
perception check.
Copy. Wait. There we go.
Be high. Alright.
You notice the Baron is guarded by 2 individuals. But there is a spot where you feel like you could get relatively close, from behind the podium, and maybe if you drop down. So, like, where this is 1 tier lower than, like, the rest of the stands.
Hmm.
So it's like, you know, like if you're looking at the Coliseum, it's kind of like a circular shape. It's like right here, and you guys are in the stands kind of above it.
Oh, so we're like up here right now.
Yes,
You're like at the seats above the dugout at a baseball game.
correct. Yep, and it sticks out like an extra so many feet over the arena.
So there's people above us and around us that can see.
Yeah, I mean there's
Right here.
thousands of people. I mean the Coliseum is packed.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like there's any way for me to get there without being spotted by literally everybody.
Possibly. It's a risk.
Hmm.
Morn. Or Lady Immermain, is your turn done?
That's turn.
Okay. As you rush in and you haymaker and she slaps your hand up, she immediately comes from underneath and janks you right in the side of the kidney, and you kind of react quickly, and she comes back up and quick jab to the sternum, and then a slap to your temple, and then backs off and goes into like a little position and just kind of wobbles back and forth, standing in front of you.
Okay. Let's see if I want to change anything up. No, I mean, I don't have much without a weapon. Well, first I'm going to look, is there anything I can use as a weapon in this arena?
There's rocks, there's sand.
Okay, nothing useful. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'll attack once again. Okay, that's going to hit, I think. Hopefully. 20 to hit? No, 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be 5 plus d4. And so that's going to be 10 damage on the first one. And then on the second one, that is going to be a 12 to hit. That's going to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the second one misses.
Okay. So as she slaps you in your temple and you catch your bearings and she kind of stands in front of you grinning and just bopping around, you grab the front of the armor and pull her in and just smash her right in the face. And as she reels back and you think you have her and you go to pull her in again, this time she grabs the arm and kind of rests it up on her clavicle and does like a quick move and rolls around you. And she's kind of standing off to one of your sides now.
Yep. Yeah, I'll kind of circle around a little bit.
Okay. Lady Emmermain.
Gonna keep doing what I do. 3 more attacks at advantage.
No, because you didn't reckless it that last time.
Oh, I did.
Oh, did you? Okay, my bad. I thought it.
23, nat 20, 28.
Those 3 hit.
Oh, baby.
This isn't even close.
You can be down.
That's 17 plus 19 plus 6, 25 plus 15.
Okay, 51 damage.
Ginge, did you set this up as like an automatic failure? Like we thought
Yes.
this plan out. We thought this plan out. We found a blacksmith. We had the clamp of destiny made. We went through all of this shit, and you're pretty much just like first round, Morn's fucking out. Is that what you're doing right now? Gave Frosty like
Morn's about
gave
to,
Frosty
Morn's
a
about to
killer
rethink his
character.
plan here. Seeing that
But what have you taken?
Dang.
40 so far?
Lady,
Because it's
Yeah,
halved, right?
exactly 40. Yep.
Yeah, rigged. Ginge is like, here,
Uh,
Frosty, play this super OP character.
Seeing that she's on fire, right? Describe what she looks like. She's using
She
magic, right?
You're not sure. I mean, she looks like she's on fire, but you're not feeling any fire damage.
Right. It seems like there's things allowed here that are a little sus.
So, as you circle around, she quickly maneuvers again, and side of the ribs, back around you, back of the kidney, comes back. You're trying to catch her, and she is moving around quickly. And as you go to like swipe down and try and catch her, she jabs you again in like your lower thigh, and you drop to like one like almost a knee, and she catches, and you just stare at her, and she's just bopping.
Liu Kang. Street Fighter.
Okay, I'm gonna keep fighting. I haven't lost yet, so let's see. Reckless attack, 23 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 8 damage on the first one, and then, whoops, that's not what I meant to roll. Critical miss.
Double now.
Critical miss with advantage.
Wow.
Wow. What the heck?
What a kick! So, the first one hits.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and that did 8
So-
damage.
She comes around this time, and as she goes around and punches you kind of in the back in one of the kidneys, you quickly just throw an arm back around and you catch her kind of in the top of her head, and you watch as she dazes. And as you think you get her and you go to come down and drive her into the ground, she quickly adverts, grabs the fist, shoves it to the ground, and kind of shoves your face away. You can see a partial view of the where he's sitting, and he kind of seems he's sitting in the middle, and it looks like he has a female to his left and another male to his right, and he's leaning over and talking to the female and kind of smiling and laughing. Okay, Lady Emmerman.
Your blows are so easily telegraphed. I thought you said you weren't holding back. And 3 more attacks at
Oh
advantage.
my god, this lady crazy!
Two
Somebody
nat
get this
20s.
lady a chill pill.
Shit.
The fuck?
For 18, 7 plus 21 for 28, and 8 plus 16 for 24.
So how much total?
Oh, God.
14, 18 plus 25, 36, 44, 60 damage, I believe.
So 30 half.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
I am bloodied.
Jesus. This damage is something else.
Well, she has a weapon, I don't. So I mean,
Yeah.
Ginger, I'm
Um,
able to see the fight too through the grate, right? Through the bar.
I'll attempt to punch back. That is a 19 to hit
Oh yeah.
and for a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so that is going to be 11 damage on my attack.
Mm-hmm.
So she bops him, she makes her statement, and just starts laughing, and she kind of turns around to the crowd and raises her hand, and as she does, you grab the back of the hair and pull her in and slap the side of the face and she kind of bobs, and as she does again, she takes you a little more seriously and gets a little angry as she spits a little piece of blood out of the side of her mouth, and you go to swing again, and you cock back. With a large punch, she catches it and just slaps it off to the side again, and then is standing kind of at your left side. Lady Embermain.
21, 18, 29.
Yeah, those all hit. 12, 22, 34 damage, so 17 damage. Okay. 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is going to be 18 damage total.
Gotcha.
She comes around, slashes across the backside of your back, comes up, punches you again in the lower kidney, and you're feeling him now, and you're hurting. And this time she comes up, and as you go to swing, she punches you in kind of the bottom of your jaw, and it rings your bells for a split second, and you catch yourself kind of seeing stars. And as you see her, she kind of like does like a slow motion bob. You catch her as she goes right to the left, and you just pop and slap her, and she kind of comes back, and as you grab the front of the armor, you go and you punch right up into the sternum and kind of lift her off the ground about a foot or two. And right as you punch her, right in the gut, and you let go of her, all of a sudden, your stomach lurches and tightens, and you feel your whole body start to seize and hurt.
Mine?
And as it does, you lose your rage, and it drops. Your strength goes down, so like your modifier would be 0.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, your body feels weak.
Okay.
And you are having a hard time, like, standing. Like, now, instead of, like, you're confident standing tall, you're kind of, like, just, like, really weak and having a hard time just standing in general.
I'm not... Okay, that must be from the potion. Oh, fuck this.
So on top of all this bullshit, now he feels sick, lost his rage, and can hardly stand?
It was,
Lady Embermain.
it was a pretty close fight up until now, so... Glad he's evening the odds here. Martin hasn't said much. Martin has attempted to keep as straight a face as possible and not show any emotion.
Okay? So you are just, like, low, gruff, growling, staring her down.
Yep.
Wait, so I already was going to be anxious because I'm watching. Does he look like there's something wrong?
Do I not
Would I
get
be
any
able to
saving throw against
notice?
this effect?
No. Something's wrong and something's off.
Can I notice? Do I notice?
I mean,
there's
it's
something
pretty visible. He stops moving Morn style.
off?
The very, like, broad, very, like, confident Morn, even when he gets his ass kicked, definitely is, like, wobbling and, like, dragging feet right now. He's not keeping pace with her like he was before.
Okay. I'll just whisper you stuff here.
Okay, top of the round. Lady Embermain.
Alright, keep doing what I do. 2015, 28?
The 15 misses.
11, 17?
48 total.
Okay. Yeah.
So as you slug down and you all of a sudden just start seeing stars and you're trying your best to like gather yourself, you just can't seem to muster the normal Morn energy, and you just feel tired. And as you do, you look up and you catch one right across the chin, and it dazes you, and you stand there for a moment, and you see her swing the next one, and for some reason you manage to kind of just barely lean back as it whizzes across your face. But as it does, and the moment you lean back, you feel a knee directly to your lower back, and it catches you, and you kind of arc up. Wow. And
Well, as a bonus action, I'm in a second wind.
Freya, you do not see any mechanisms at the door.
So I can't. Anything nearby? I mean, I'd be looking around for like a guard posted or something I don't know. Something to open it? There's nothing anywhere?
You would know that farther back there was a lever, but there was 2 guards standing by it.
Okay.
Morn, you're up.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I want to do this turn or wait a turn. Okay, I already used my bonus this turn. Guess we'll just throw out for a couple more haymakers. That is going to be 20 to hit.
Yes, sir.
And
Hey.
okay, now it crits.
There we go.
Don't have rage bonus. And great weapon fighting doesn't count here. That will be a total of 8 damage. 10 damage total.
Okay.
Okay. You muster the energy to basically swinging wildly at this point, just throwing haymakers, and you manage to connect kind of off the shoulder pads of the armor and knocking her back and forth as you just swing wildly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. I'm not raging, so. But you can roll for it.
What's going on?
It's her turn.
Oh,
Lady
okay. Freya, you quickly turn back down the hall. You cast Pass Without a Trace, and you try to sneak close to the 2 guards. And as you go to reach for the lever, one of the guards catches you by the hand. Ooh, can I hit you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was to open the door to get out.
It is into the arena.
Oh, I'm
Don't
sorry.
touch.
I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't.
And they remove your hand, let go, and they take a step back closer to the lever.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the gate then.
Okay. You go back just in time to see Morn just throwing these huge haymakers and connecting, but not to the point of like where she looks like she's visibly like going down to a knee, but enough where she's kind of bouncing around and like actually physically having to defend herself.
All right. When I get back to the gate, I'm gonna. How far away are they from me?
50 feet?
I'm gonna shout for Morn to get out. Hopefully he hears me.
I mean,
Get out.
It's not gonna matter.
Top of the
If
round.
I don't, and if it doesn't look like he's getting away, and it doesn't look like she's going to stop.
I look very bad, and I'm not raging. I can't really move.
So I'm gonna shout for her to stop then.
You scream at the top of your lungs, "Stop!" It's the top of the round. Lady Embermain, you're up. As you hear a high-pitched shrill. Stop.
His weakened form is very noticeable, right?
Like he is bad. I'm assuming, correct? Morn?
Yeah, I don't know what effect. I don't know what the effect is. So,
No, I mean like
Are you close to
like
going down?
health-wise, are you like
health-wise, I'm not that low.
okay?
But she's also doing 60 damage per turn. So I'm not expecting to survive this turn either.
You don't have to be
But-
that low. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
so
have to. Yeah.
He's bloodied and looks visibly weak.
I'm close to half.
Looks
I'm
like he
close to
might
half.
not survive another round, basically.
She'll get a little bit angry and she'll say, I told you there would be repercussions if you let your guard down. Where's all that bravado from before? And I shall strike thrice more.
Yeah, those three will hit.
15, 20,
15,
13.
35, 48. I am down.
So as
My
she
goodness.
screams loudly, this time, Morn, you stand up and you try to guard yourself, focusing on her. And as you do, all of a sudden she's gone. And she appears below you and once right to the sternum, and you catch yourself, and as you lurch forward, she catches you on your lower chin, and you duck down to like get a breath as you see stars, and she grabs the back of your hair and just cracks it against her knee. As you guys watch as Morn just falls back and hits the dirt. Lady Emmermain, what are you doing?
He's down, right?
He's down. He's just laying there.
Is he unconscious or is he unstable?
He's unconscious.
Unstable. I'm not
Yeah.
stabilized yet either.
I will attempt to stabilize
not.
him.
As you go to start stabilizing them, Gregarian has stood up in his podium and has raised his hand in the basically the fashion of like, you know, fight over. As you watch as two fully white, like clothed individuals that were standing kind of out of view on the arena begin to slowly make their way towards the middle of the arena. As they notice you kind of rendering aid, they immediately started to run.
Am I stable? Am I able to talk?
In about 10 seconds.
Let me know when I can talk.
As they
Hey.
come over, she'll do like a 360, just looking up at the crowd, and she'll hoist her fist in the air with a monstrous smile on her face.
And you just hear the crowd.
Just like that.
Yeah. You are now stabilized with 1 hit point.
Okay. I will shout at the top of my lungs, Lord Gregarian, what does honor mean to you?
And you just see him as he's sitting in his seat. He stops and looks out into the arena. And he's just staring down at you.
I fought with what I had. She did not. How is this honor? We promised honor.
He stands up, looks over the edge. I do not see anything except for the weapons that we bestowed upon her hands.
Hey, her hands do not punch normally.
Ha! The lowly Châtel is a sore loser, it seems. But even he should have known as my fists connected. These flames are only cosmetic. They do not produce heat, and they do not produce light. He admits bad form in front of all these many people.
Is that so?
That is correct.
So you can beat me with your fists
That is exactly what I did.
when I have been weakened.
Not my problem. It just seemed to me that you lost a little bit of that fighting spirit that you had. Maybe you lost your confidence.
Seems so. Seems there's no honor in this arena. I will take my loss with grace.
Exit the arena. Please line up the next fight. As you guys are slowly escorted towards the portico gates, as they Freya now, it begins to open up in front of you. As Morn is guided through with one of the white cloth medic looking people.
I'm gonna look visibly angry. And wait for him to get closer. So that we can leave or I can speak with him.
Okay.
Morn will make his way over to Freya.
Okay. You are led to the gate. And the individual stays with you, kind of leading you towards your room.
Yeah, I won't be saying much. The first thing I'll say is just, "Oh, that wasn't a fair fight," and then I'll just kind of walk past her a little bit annoyed. Not aggressive. I wouldn't even say there's that much anger to it. Just, you can tell Morn just wants to get out of there. Doesn't really want to stick
Irritated.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me change
And
the
he'll kind of
music.
walk somewhat briskly back to that waiting room.
Once we get back to the room and we start collecting his belongings, like his great axe, I'm gonna say, so you appeared to have seemed off at some point in that fight. Did something happen?
Yeah, I had no strength left. I don't know if it was what Alyssa gave me, or if something. Her punches weren't normal. I've fought with people before in brawls. She wasn't punching like she had weapons to her attack. Her fists were imbued with some sort of magic. It's an effect that I can't do. In order to match her, I would have had to, use some of my druidic magic, and that would have raised, unfortunately, way more attention than I could have afforded. I think it was better to just lose and think of a new plan, I guess.
So
I've never lost a fight like that before, and
it didn't seem fair.
it doesn't really hurt when you know that it wasn't your fault. There's nothing I could do.
She seemed to be fighting godly, and something happened to you partway through.
I couldn't focus my strength. I wasn't able to channel, the adrenaline that you get when you fight. I wasn't able to channel that into any strength.
Do you still feel that?
I couldn't fight right now either.
So
Yeah,
still
you can't even lift your axe. You're having issues even like holding your axe and lifting it.
I'll carry
Like
it.
you just have like no strength.
I'm gonna kind of take off my. Well, I guess I can't take these off yet, right? I still have to appear like a slave.
You can
Guess
put.
we're still going with that story.
I mean, we'll get out of here and we can take it off. I'll carry your great axe. I think I have a feeling I know what happened, and I'd like to find Alyssa as soon as we can.
Sorry, I let you down.
You didn't let me down. That was... I feel like somebody had their hand in ensuring that you lost in that.
Maybe. But who knew who I was? Who would have ensured that I lost? I think that there's just... I think we were just didn't know enough about the arena. We thought that I could go in and punch people and that would be enough. You know, if I went in there and I had my axe and I could fight normally, I could beat her every time. But when I'm just fighting with my fists and she's able to, you know, I don't even think it was necessarily rigged. It was just people don't fight fairly in a city like this.
I think beyond that, the fact that there's something wrong with you. I was already I thought it was a little interesting, the dire beef's blood. I don't know if that's an effect that it has. If that's something that it does and we just don't know.
I don't tire during a fight.
No, I've never seen you like that before. And then, I don't know, I have questions for her because I forgot that there was that time that the Undying One earlier had met with us, and we all were like blind and deafened. And she mentioned that she wanted to speak with him privately. So we never did ask or talk with her about
that. That is what happened, right? Before we were...
I don't know if those two things are connected.
You're right. She talked to him.
I wonder if she did. We didn't talk or ask her about it before. But now that we need to figure out a new plan, it might be a good time to ask what happened. And I'd like to know what that vial is about.
Why would this fight really concern the Undying One? I mean, like, what would the Undying One have to gain by us losing this fight?
Keeps us from moving forward. Keeps us from attaining our goal. We're trying to get...
Oh, but there had to be easier ways to do it, you know? Killing us when he had the chance earlier, which he could have done.
He's not strong enough yet. He had the ability to kill one of us, and that was it at the time.
If Alyssa really did this, she's not going to just come up and talk to us. She'll know we'll accuse her of it.
Yeah, well, if she has any inkling of an, intellect about what just happened, I would imagine she might be a little concerned about how we would react to her. At least you and I don't know if nobody else was around, right, Ginge? I think when it was me, Alyssa, and Morn when she gave the vial.
No.
Okay.
Just you guys.
I don't have a good feeling about it at all. I had a feeling right away when you seemed off.
Part of me just thinks that we should just get out of this town as soon as possible.
I would agree with you, except that Henri's daughter is possibly here, and that Stone is here, and if the Undying One is that strong that he can just mummify one of us, at any given point in time, I don't think we want
It
him to
just
have
shows
much power.
how useless we are. I couldn't even win a beginner fight in an arena.
That wasn't your
Let
fault,
alone-
though.
That person's stronger than everyone.
I don't think
Everyone
they were.
here.
I don't think they were. I think that they
No,
were fighting...
not her. I don't know what she was. I'm telling the Undying One's stronger than everyone here.
Not yet. He might be. If we let him get more stones.
He's just playing with us.
We can't just let him... We can't just not do anything more. We can't just forget about it. Somebody has to do something. And we're as well suited for it as anybody else. But I feel like we have a better upper hand because we already have knowledge that he's looking for these stones. So if we can find them, we might be able to keep him from getting any stronger.
Yeah.
Ginge, what time of the day is it again?
It's gonna be around like 9 a.m.-ish.
Okay.
9, 10 a.m.
Okay. Alright, well, let's find the others. We obviously have to find another plan. And then, I'd like to have a chat with Alyssa, if you'd like to call it that.
Yeah. That'll be a fun conversation.
Maybe less conversation, more of other things.
I'm not able to fight right now.
I am.
He will kill me, or sorry, she will kill me on the spot.
Yeah, but
He knows I'm weak.
it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry. I'm still gonna be like almost like shaking, so upset.
I always get worried when you look like this.
Sometimes it has its uses.
That it does.
Let's go find everybody. I will carry Morn's great axe, and I'm gonna put the cloak on him. Not that he maybe has the ability to use it, given his state, but just in case.
Yeah, you're talking about the robe, right?
Yeah, the cloak.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the cloak on. That is the last resort if need be.
So as you are getting ready to leave.
Sorry, one more thing.
Oh, yep.
I will drink. Let's do. I will drink my superior healing potion and get up to at least 24 HP.
Okay.
So I'm not at 0.
So as you go to leave,
Ooh, time out.
the
I'm sorry. I know that you keep doing that. I forgot that he went down. I'm gonna give him a. I'm trying to remember which one is which. Is it the greater? What is the superior?
Superior is 8d4 plus
yeah,
4.
I'm gonna give him my superior healing potion.
I'll just roll it again. Okay, so I'm up to 50. It's not bad.
Okay, sorry, Ginge, go ahead.
So as you make your way towards the Colosseum gates to be let out into the street. Oh well, that was very one-sided. I am Neville. I am the announcer and the setter of games, as you could say. So
If you don't want to see one-sided, I would recommend stop talking.
oh, well, you're scheduled to fight again tomorrow, as you have made the reservations and the payments. So I would very highly regard going home and sleeping and getting some rest. Better luck next time, as you are in the losers bracket now. Any losses from here on out is automatic disqualification. You're most welcome. Okay. Okay. Kaz and Andre, were you guys making your way back out of the arena after the fight, or are you guys still staying up in the stands?
I would go to wherever they release like the fighters, right?
Yep. So that would be like close to the front gate, kind of where they registered. Okay.
And
Kinda where
as,
Alyssa gave me the potion.
as Kaz leaves, I'll say, I'll catch up with you all later. I'm gonna stay here for a little while.
Okay. So as you guys
You're
make
not
your
gonna enter a fight, are you?
Oh no. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Just well, there are still more fights scheduled today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, many more.
Yeah. I'll just I just want to watch a little bit, and I'll kind of like eye the Baron as I do that.
Okay.
And just kind of like nod at Kaz knowingly, like picking up what I'm putting down. Not being subtle about it at all.
Roll an insight, Kaz, to see if you can pick up on the hidden cues. Okay. You kind of get the gist because she's doing it, and then she's like,
Yeah.
and you're just like, okay.
Do you need someone to stay with you?
I think I'll be alright. Not planning on causing a scene.
Okay, then I'll go.
Just you know, just little watching of the games. That's all.
Yep.
That grin. Just watching the games. It's all good.
Hey, that's all.
Ugh.
Run along now.
So as you guys make your way outside, Andre, you staying to kind of watch the Barons / the remainder of the fights.
Yeah. I'm not paying any attention to the fights at all.
Just watching the Baron.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if I find, I'm gonna keep looking for some way that I might be able to get closer, because I do want to try to eavesdrop on him. But if there's no way that I could feasibly do that without getting seen by a bunch of people, then I'm just gonna stay where I am and I'll watch from afar.
Okay.
Observe.
As Kaz, you make your way to the outer gates. You actually make your way as Alyssa comes around the corner, kind of like with a little bit of a skip to her step, and she greets you as she walks up to you. And about a minute or two later, Morn and Freya
No.
make their way.
I'm not
No.
gonna be making my way if I see Alyssa.
Okay.
So just to be clear, she was not in the stands with us during the fight.
No. Not that you noticed.
So I'll ask her, did you see the fight?
Of course I did. Wouldn't miss it.
What'd you think?
Was a sad state of affairs, to be sure. I feeling quite a bit sad that my good luck charm didn't fulfill its purpose.
Yeah, I was sad about that too. I guess there's always tomorrow.
Perhaps. Shall we go find the others?
I think they'll come out this way in a few minutes.
Very well. Very well.
Andre wanted to stay and watch the rest of the games.
Okay. So
Yeah,
as you
when Freya starts moving forward, I'll stay back too.
As you guys come around the corner, Freya, you notice Alyssa talking to Kaz, and you take off a kind of a very angry strut, quickly, with purpose. And you go to get right up in her face, and are you going to grab the collar?
I'm gonna attempt. I'm gonna basically, when I'm within reach, I'm gonna be, as long as there's not a resistance or a reaction, I'm gonna grab right for her, the collar, like right in front of her neck, and pull her in close to my face.
Alyssa, do you resist?
I will not contest.
So, pure anger, like scorn, look on my face,
Now, what's with all the aggression?
gritting through the teeth. Dire beast blood. Good luck charm. Please explain.
That's what it is to me. Listen, like I said, you know my story. My bodily composition is a little bit different than all of yours. If it had some adverse side effects, then I wouldn't have known about it. I apologize if that was the case.
Alyssa, did you really let your pride get in the way of us helping Henri find her daughter?
Pride? Whatever you do mean.
You know exactly what I meant.
Cry. Alyssa,
I'm afraid that I don't. You're going to have to elaborate for me.
No, I don't. Alyssa, you're lucky I don't chop your head off right now.
And I don't understand what you're getting up in arms about. Our plan is still going to succeed.
You just ruined our plan.
She'll
Alyssa,
chuckle,
I don't want to talk right now.
I'm
she'll
still gonna
chuckle a little
be
bit.
gritting
and,
her teeth. Sorry. Go ahead.
She'll attempt to step away if Freya lets go of her collar.
No.
I've already stepped away. I'm walking away at this point. I'm walking back toward the
So
end.
we can roll for that if you want to try to pull away.
I mean, she's not like forcefully doing it, she's just casually doing it.
Kaz, what are you rolling insight on?
That was the insight for me, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
I sure.
that's
I
from
just
before.
okay. I
To
just saw
see,
that.
to see if she could understand my unsubtle code.
So
Okay, I just saw it again. I thought it was another roll.
she said that it was she wouldn't know, right? And then we had that whole exchange. She said, or right, Frosty, you said, Alyssa said she didn't know if the effect was any
She
different.
wouldn't have known if it did.
I will roll insight on that before I say my next thing.
Okay, roll insight. I was just so loud I couldn't hear anything. Okay.
Fuck!
As far as you can tell, Alyssa seems serious. She seems truthful. You're not sure?
Then through gritted teeth, still angry, if I find out that you had any idea that what you gave him was meant to harm or incapacitate or cripple, handicap him in any way, I will show you what it means to feel suffering. And I will casually let go and walk away. Not in any direction for anyone, just walking away, like to calm down.
Well, that's quite fine and dandy, but if you would let me elaborate for a minute, I'll show you exactly why our plan is still going to succeed.
I'll hear her say that and I'll kind of hesitate, but keep my back turned to her and kind of like turn my ear towards her. Like, let's hear it.
Seeing Freya stop, I'm going to walk over to Freya and try and get her to just walk away.
You're going to need to use your eyes for this one, darling.
I'll kind of turn just a little bit more so I can, like, side eye look at her.
You don't believe her, do you? She's literally taking the form of someone else. She's a liar. That's how she's been. I don't even know if her backstory that she made up could be made up. I don't know if it's true. Just to make us feel bad for her or something.
Possibly. What is it that you need to show, Alyssa?
We're still going to advance in our plan because one of us is still making their way up the tournament ranks. And as she does this, she does a very extravagant bow and snaps her fingers and she says, Lady Embermain, of course. And she puts on the exact same accent that Lady Embermain did.
I'm going to, seeing or hearing that, I'm going to give her a wicked grin. And just wicked grin at her. And I'm not going to say anything and I'm going to walk away.
Okay.
Well, I hope
Glad
you
you
win
got the
fights.
memo at least. And she laughs, and Lady Embermane's laugh.
Well, I hope you can win all the fights, because you suck.
On the
Just as a-
contrary, I
as
think
a
I'm a
person.
winner as of today.
Just as a person.
Kaz, it is the worst insult. You
suck
just,
at
you
being a
just,
person.
you just
And
suck. You just suck at being a person.
Yeah, and I'll just go with Freya.
Oh my god, it's not like, man, you know, you have a sick background, blah, and it's like, you just suck at being a person. Oh, the burn. Oh,
As
jeez.
he's walking away, she'll say, "If you recall correctly, I never considered myself a person to begin with."
And now we all know why.
I believe we do.
Seems our plan might still work then.
We'll see. I mean, if you wanted to enter, you could have just told us.
But it's more fun this way, don't you think?
I don't.
Sounds like you're a boring person.
It seems you know this city better than me.
I'm the most fun-loving person in this group. I know what is fun. This was not fun.
Alyssa, you know this city way better than I do, and I'm not surprised. You know how to fight here better than me, and honestly I'm not even going to be mad about your plan. It seems to be working, but you put my life in danger. You put Freya's life in danger. Thanks to you, my name's now down in their books. They've seen me. They've seen us. Next, you need to be part of us, and you need to talk to your plans through us. Your strategy of, I don't know what it was, trying to make me look bad, that's not how we work. Don't do this again, okay?
I mean, I love the idea of having two people enter to increase our odds of making it to the top.
Kaz, she poisoned me. That's not...
Yeah, that's... She also lied, and she also made some sort of deal with the Undying One that she hasn't told us about.
This is all a game to her. A game that I have no idea how to play. She knows that.
You're quite wrong, good sir. This is no game. And as she says this, her eyes narrow. It's a fight for survival, just as animals in the animal kingdom do.
There's more to life than survival.
Maybe to people, but not to an animal. And she'll walk away.
Lauren's gonna stare and watch her walk away. It's kind of this strange look on his face.
Make a perception check, Andre. As far as you can tell, no. Okay. So Andre, you are left alone in the arena. Two fights have happened since this whole conversation. One of the results resulting in a lizard man, kind of beefy, winning by basically ripping off one of the arms of his opponent, and the other one seems to be a giant Goliath male that actually picked the other contestant up and basically like popped his head like a pimple.
Damn.
And it was one of them was hand to hand, and the other one was with weapons.
Hmm.
But as you scan the environment and kind of how the ledge drops down, you kind of do like a quick like peek over the edge, and you notice about 3 more guards kind of lined up behind where Gregarian comes and goes onto that podium, and then you notice 2 more guards inside of the podium with him. He seems to be pretty heavily guarded. As the rest of the
That
group
makes
is leaving
sense.
and heading towards the inn.
I'm just.
It's
I guess if I can't see an
noonish.
easy way that I could get closer and not draw attention to myself, then I'll just keep my eyes on him the whole time, just observing, like a hunter stalking its prey.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of openings. It looks like he pretty much comes heavily guarded. The more time you do spend there, though, the more that you realize the individual to his left, the female, is most likely his wife. That's one thing you do pick up while you're there. But he doesn't seem to pay a whole lot of attention to the actual fighting. He seems to be having a lot of conversations with the individual to his left and his wife to his right.
What's the individual to his left again?
Heavily skinny individual with a black cloak. You're unable to see the face.
Just I can tell that the size of the person is not very large.
Yeah, probably. You would probably say roughly about the same build as Kaz.
Kaz is like more default forms. Have I seen her? I've seen her true form, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much like default form.
Okay.
But
I don't know how much information I'm gonna be able to gather just by watching, but something might happen that I can lock away in there.
So the rest of the group, minus Alyssa, unless you're following, begins to make their way back towards the inn. Alyssa, are you following?
What time of day is it?
About noon, 1 o'clock.
No, not yet. She'll do some wandering around.
Okay. Anybody doing anything in the meantime?
Straight to the inn.
Yeah, after like things conclude, like this, especially if the sun starts to go down, I'll leave.
Okay. So you stay there for the entire... Okay.
Yeah.
So...
Just if there's anything at all that I can get out of this, I'm trying for it.
So, the one thing you notice is the matches are completely at random. As you're watching them, there's several matches where there's like even some of the higher up matches, they're heavily armored, but it still seems to be fist to fist. And as the matches progress into the alpha, beta, gamma, and delta matches, some of the higher tiers, you notice as Gregarian is actually picking from a pot. And it seems to be when he picks from the pot and he hands it off to an individual that's kind of in like gold cloaks and seems to be that like an announcer. That's how they're picking the fights. weapons or fists or you notice the second to last match, there's no weapons at all, but you notice as the lower tier, there's like nobles, and they're throwing at random weapons into the arena. So like where you can jump down in two begins to fill up with nobles as it gets into the gamma matches. You get the gist that they don't usually start showing up until
the
matches...
the real
Exactly.
fights are starting. Yeah.
Yep. And they begin to see like the pillows are laid out, wine is being served, refreshments are being given to them, and like during the fight, you'll watch as like one of the nobles stands up and like picks something off of a rack and like chucks it into the arena, and like one of the combatants picks it up and it's like a spear and begins to twirl it around and attacks the other person. And then it gets to the end fight. As the sun begins to set, the torches are lit. And as the torches are lit, you actually watch for the first time, you watch as Gregarian turns and begins to pay attention to the fight. As a large, heavily armored individual with big, kind of like my profile picture, just this big helmet with these horns that come out the back and front, and these like almost spikes that come off the shoulders, with this giant warhammer with two spikes on the end of it, almost like teeth. Walks out and just begins to wave it around in the air and just kind of like swings it around. And he's holding in this giant this hammer is actually...
Crowd's going wild for him, I bet.
Yeah. And speaking of that, as they're doing it, it's Graporius, 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 and he's just standing in the middle of the arena with his hands held high. He's got a giant tower shield and a hammer that looks like it should be held with two hands, but he's holding it with one. The other individual that walks out is a small, almost elven female. Very slender in build. She's built like Freya, and she's holding double knives.
Does she have pointed ears?
Yes.
That I can see?
Yep. And they're like just... and the flames begin to stand up. Gregarian stands up. Let the match begin. Weapons and death allowed. Both sides have agreed. And sits back down and waves his hand as they do. You watch as like they stand down, they begin to face off next to each other. The elven female like quickly, like without like blink of an eye, and as fast as you, draws 3 arrows and at one time fires all 3 of them. And as she fires, he picks up the tower shield and effortlessly like spins it circular style, knocking all 3 arrows away, and then does sidestep in 2 gallops. He's standing in front of her, and with one like thrust, turns the tower shield like down and just like jams it into her ribs and lifts her up into the air. She flies back about 15 or 20 feet and hits the ground, catches herself and rolls. Does like a side straddle, gets up again, and this time she grabs these 2 knives from nowhere and just starts flinging hidden knives at him. He deflects the first 3. One catches him in his thigh, and without even thinking about it, he just swats it out of his thigh, and as the blood begins to seep down. Getting a little better view at him now that they're making their way around the ring. He has a almost like a grayish, opaque like look to him, or a green. You're not really sure. He definitely is not human. But they continue to fight, and he is swinging this giant hammer with one arm and just like big circular. And every time he connects with the ground or with the wall, it's just like a large like thud that can just be heard for like miles. They go back and forth. She lands a couple of good blows, but as you can tell, she's beginning to wear down, and he is just almost like Halloween, like the movie. He's just stalking. He's just stalking her, like effortlessly. Like he knows she can't get away, and he's playing with her at this point. She is bloodied and bruised. and she is launching everything she can get at him to throw. As she throws her last dagger, she throws it, and it looks like it connects, but at the last second, he does kind of like a spin and takes one giant leap, and the hammer in midair turns it, spike side down, and connects into her abdomen, and you watch as he impales her, picks her up with the hammer, and just jams her into the side of the wall. And she is impaled into the side of the wall, and as he does, he pulls off of his helmet, and he is like missing like partials of his teeth, and he's got a giant scar that runs the whole side of his face. And he stands there and holds his arms up, and as he does, he looks towards Gregarian, and Gregarian stands with one finger out and holds it sideways, and the whole crowd goes, "Die, die, die," and he puts the thumb down, and as he does, the champion turns around and with the shield jabs it and takes her head off in one go. And just drops the shield and walks out of the arena.
Ouch. This is probably the first fight that, throughout the entire day, besides Morn's, that Honore actually watched the entire thing of.
Yeah, and it was very, as you watched it, she had skills, and she looked to be very, very good. But you can tell it was a very, very one-sided fight.
That man's beefy as shit.
And as the fight ends, you watch as some nobles begin to gather coin. They, bets were made. People in the crowds are cheering. Some are not cheering. As you can tell, they probably thought the individual coming in was able to maybe make a run for the money. Gregarian is escorted out through a entrance that's very close to the podium and disappears.
Big muscles, tiny baby. Oh my god.
Maybe.
Probably.
He definitely uses the beard oil, Sky. Definitely.
Well, at least I got to look at what the competition's like.
You were actually able to see many of the combatants throughout the kind of the ranking system, and basically make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just a straight intelligence. Okay.
Not bad for a flat modifier.
The gist that you get watching some of the fights from Morn's kind of up, just glancing at them every time, the lower ranks are a lot of people that have probably never fought a fight before.
Mm.
And as they got into the middle tier, maybe people who have seen maybe 5 to 10 fights, and then basically once they've gotten to that gamma statue, it's a lot more battle-hardened individuals.
Mm.
Usually by then, weapons are being used more regularly, and the fighting styles, you can definitely tell people have fighting styles at that point. They're not just clashing with another individual.
More like trained fighters, or
correct,
self-trained. Maybe just the survivors who got lucky.
Yes.
And learned some things.
Correct.
Well,
people are beginning to empty out of the stands. You would have had to recast Disguise Self again. It's definitely been over that hour play style. Oh, I need like 2 minutes. Sorry, guys.
I'll be right back as well. Okay.
Sorry about that stream. Wow, you guys started a poll.
Oh, what's the poll?
I got sick babies. I feel like I did pretty good, okay? Jeez.
That was a pretty quick turnaround for a sick kid. So
He woke up, when he gets to coughing, he gets into a coughing fit and it wakes him up, and then his room is literally like right here. So yeah, he usually
being a dad comes first.
eh.
Just no worry.
Oh, I know. Fuck you guys. It's not like I would have half hour. Psh, shit. Anyways. Alright, Henri
Andre said BRB too. And
Okay, Kaz is back. Alyssa?
Never left.
Well, I don't know this. You don't have a webcam, asshole. Jesus.
Listen, I never say I'm going anywhere unless I say so.
Oh, ooh.
If I don't say anything, I'm always here.
It's kind of creepy. Always watching.
I mean, that is one nice thing about
Watching
a
me.
Bluetooth headset, is that you can go AFK but still listen in.
Yes, old timer. He does have a dad called Overlord. Yeah. That's just like a gamer tag that I've used since I was like what, 15, 14? Back when like it was when we used to pay an old timer probably knows cuz you're about the same age. Oh, what the heck, dude. Hold on. He's got a potty now.
He's not even a ginger, but he just goes by Ginge. Yeah, Warcraft 3 Dota. Everyone knows the best MOBA is the Adventure Time MOBA before it was discontinued. That was the real shit.
Mic check?
Hello. I could listen in too. Oh wait, my video just stream just crashed. More note to self: don't just drink whatever is given you. You're not a friend. No, I mean that's kind of what Morn does. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's the last time Morn trusts Alyssa.
I wonder why it's not working when I'm tabbed into. Yeah, I can see what happened, but I've been tabbed into chatbot for a while. So, have you
I can
like?
hear you on the stream. So
Kai, has it been like anytime I'm talking, or is it just recently?
With that being said, old timer would probably know. So my nickname comes from the Halo days when we used to connect and do the LAN parties. Yeah, and I could never come up with a gamer tag. And we had a good friend, Daniel Miller, who was like hardcore redhead ginge.
Oh, I remember Daniel.
Yeah, I used to take pleasure in kicking the absolute shit out of him in that game. And so I don't know why, I just got to a point where I was like, you know what, you stupid little ginge, I'm gonna kick your ass. And so I called myself Ginger Killer, and it just kind of stuck. And it's always been Ginger Killer. I don't know why.
Now years later, decades later.
Good old Danny.
Yeah, decades later, because I'm 35, and that was probably when I was like 16, 15. So, yeah, 15 years. Same gamer tag. I just figured it probably wouldn't be appropriate if I put it on my stream when I'm trying to stream D&D if I called myself Ginger Killer. So
I used to be Darkfire, but that was pretty edgy.
Oh,
So I had to-
so edgy.
see, that's why Overlord is a little more on that that medium.
So instead, I just switched to a terrible play on words, but it was like a combination of like two things I liked. So now
Yeah.
I'm trouble.
Treble Cliff.
Yes, Kai, it is a very dark origin story. Because I used to take pleasure in shooting him and my brother with the airsoft guns, chasing him around the house. A lot of fun. They deserved it. So we just missed an Henri?
Yep.
Okay.
We can probably start since he's not back yet. In
yeah,
game as well.
So Alyssa, what are you doing in the meantime? It's probably about 1 o'clock at this point. No, actually, yeah, it'd be 1 o'clock because I'm gonna rewind it. Henri is coming back towards the end of the night, but the rest of the party, I'm gonna see what you guys are up to. So what are you doing in the meantime? Because when you left the party, it'd have been about 1 o'clock.
Should probably just walked around the city, at least the accessible areas, and just done a little bit of sightseeing, maybe a little bit of gossip catching.
Make a just general perception check. Cut your hair, Henri. Gross.
So like him.
Ray, don't cut
Let's
your hair.
see. You are able to pick up with a 12.
There you go. Shake it around. Yes.
Disgusting.
Don't cut it.
Disgusting.
Don't
Shave
cut
your
it.
head. It's the only way to go.
No. Leave it
Um,
be.
You are able to pick up the basically the talk of the
Bald.
what?
You're mad because you're bald.
Oh, shots fired. Oh, here we go, guys.
You
Let's.
have a
Can we
better
not?
kid, though,
Holy
I'll
fucking
admit.
pissing match. Can we not?
Henri,
not?
you should probably go wash your face, buddy. There's stuff on it.
Oh man.
Just admitted that you had a better beard than me. Don't then shoot back at me for having a shitty beard. Fuck you.
So rude.
This
were
is
able-
literally as thick as my
Nice,
beard
you shot
gets,
back with
so I can't
weakness.
talk shit.
How dare you?
Yeah, but you also sound deeper than I do. I sound like a 13-year-old girl, so. I mean, anyways, Alyssa, you are able to
Got
pick
our
up.
insecurities, buddy. It's okay.
I am what I am. I'm a manly man, baby.
There's nothing wrong with being bald, but there's also nothing wrong with Henri having long hair.
Reeled it back in. Anyways, Alyssa, you were able to pick up the Raxus are visiting this city in 3 days to do some kind of like city tour. It sounds like Gregarian invited one of the higher up generals, and he is being escorted here to do some kind of city walkthrough, for some kind of inspection. You're not really sure what. You're not able to pick up or ascertain any specific names or a specific time. You just know roughly in a couple of days.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's really all you're able to grasp. A lot of people are talking, but every time you kind of get close and you do like a little bit of that eavesdropping, they kind of seem to slightly notice you and they kind of scooch away, because they don't recognize you.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Thanks, Auntie. I'm just better looking than my dad, though. So, but anything else are you doing, or is that pretty much you're just trying to eavesdrop throughout the city?
Yeah, just walking around, seeing what I can pick up.
Okay. Everybody at the inn, what are you kind of doing in the meantime? Alyssa's kind of out doing something, and Henri is probably still at the arena.
Probably before we got back to the end, but this is fine too. I would have asked Kaz, where's Henri?
She wanted to stay behind and see what else was going on at the arena for the day.
She's by herself.
Yeah, I asked if that was a good idea, and she seemed to want to be by herself, so.
Okay.
I didn't love the idea either, but
Yeah, she can do it if she wants, I guess.
just told her to be careful.
Just given everything that's going on, there's few people enough that I can trust, and I kind of want to have those I can around and together. I don't like being in the city.
Yeah. I'm hoping she'll be back here soon.
And I don't know what to think of what Alyssa did. I'm trying not to be mad about it.
You know, I even had a thought that I couldn't believe that she wasn't volunteering to also enter into the fights. I just don't get it. I mean, it's like she is very actively trying to not be part of the group.
She's always been that way, though. She only sticks around so she can fight stuff. It's never been about helping us. Honestly, a secret op mission to rescue Henri's daughter probably bored her, and she realized there wasn't going to be fighting, and made up her own way. Which, had she just asked, "Hey, can I enter?" we probably would have let her. And all she would have had to say is, "Hey, I know the arena better than you," and I would have been, "Yeah, you probably do."
Yeah, I mean, you could have both entered, not been pitted against each other, and both advanced, and that would have been a much better plan.
No, she did it to make me look bad. It was she's been wanting to fight me ever since I met her. And now she finally did. In a place where I couldn't use any of my stuff. but that seems fine for her, I guess.
Well, I just want to know the deal that she made.
We don't technically know that she made a deal. I know you
What?
listened back to the video, Kaz, but technically I think all that we know is that that she asked to talk to the Undying One and we were muted and deafened.
That's close enough.
True. Yeah, so something weird might have happened.
The Discord
She-
terminology.
She talked to the Undying One. Frey mentioned that and reminded me of it. I can't imagine they work together again. It's not like she would side any more with the Undying One than she would with us. She literally sides with whoever is more likely to give her a good fight. And she's gonna make our plans fail, and she's gonna make the Undying One's plans fail if it means more blood that she can shed.
You know, I kind of thought that she was probably going to ask him if he could cure her condition. But maybe that was being too optimistic. I don't know.
You think she wants her condition cured?
Part of me does.
I think she has a warm side to her that she uses to her advantage. I don't think there's any real good left.
Maybe. Regardless, the next few days, we just need her to win our fights.
And you're fine just sitting here in this town?
I guess so.
I'm worried we're taking too long.
Yeah, I am too. I don't know how to speed it up. The fastest
I don't
you can go
I
is
don't
the
even.
fastest you can go, right?
And the whole point of someone winning this tournament was so that we could have them go into the house, into the mansion, get invited. Do you honestly think Alyssa's gonna go into that mansion, play the role of someone who won, and just casually let someone else do all of the work and all the fun? She's gonna go in there and she's gonna do something crazy.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we all go with her.
And for all we know, that the Undying One could have already brought more people here.
Yeah.
I think there's an element of surprise if we do something now.
I don't think there's a way into that building without a Trojan horse.
We have ways to sneak in. I'm probably more effective at that than fighting, apparently.
Well, that's probably not true. I think both you and us as a group are probably better at fighting than sneaking. Although we're not bad at sneaking, but getting caught is almost certain death.
When you registered me, put down my actual name.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a perfect plan. I still think it's the best plan we have.
Okay.
right?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know this town. I don't.
I understand. I agree with all your reservations, but at the end of the day, you have to do the plan that's the best plan, even if it's not the perfect plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you guys sit there in the inn around a table, just slowly drinking, and kind of taking in the day's events. Anybody want to do anything before I do a little fast forward?
Not me.
All right.
I mean,
The day goes.
once the stuff is over, I'll make my way back.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is
Okay.
we're getting to that point where you're leaving the arena. So Alyssa, you are walking around the town, kind of gathering information and just kind of keeping to yourself. The sun begins to set as you make your way back towards the inn. The rest of the group is inside, just drinking around a table, ordering kind of like little hors d'oeuvres and whatnot, and just relaxing. Andre, the matches end. You gather the information as much as you can, and you make your way out of the arena with the rest of the crowd into the streets, and slowly make your way towards the inn as well. At this point, it's around, I would say probably like 8:30. As you make Alyssa and Honor, you guys kind of make your way back to the inn within about 5 minutes of each other. We'll say, Alyssa, since you were kind of out and about getting information, you'll get back about 5 minutes after Honor. But Honor, you make your way in, and you see the group kind of sitting around the table, haphazardly eating, and they just seem very solemn and talking with each other.
I'll go over and sit down at the table. I'm back. Sorry about not telling any of you where I was.
I'm glad you got back safe.
I know my way around.
I'm just gonna have both hands around my cup, looking down at it. I won't be looking up at anybody.
Yeah, Marn will have a relieved look on his face, but also not saying too much.
I'll kind of pat Morn on the shoulder and just be like, "That's all right. You know, you can't win every fight."
It's not what I'm worried about.
Yeah, you can't win a fight when you're shot in the foot before you go in.
Is that what happened?
Something happened. Something happened about halfway through the match that caused Morn to lose his ability.
I did kind of notice that. You feeling all right today?
No, I don't feel great. Alyssa gave me her potion. You know, that she drinks. Telling me to drink it, you know, to help with the fight. I don't know why I trusted Alyssa. For whatever reason, I guess the last couple of weeks she'd grown on me a little bit. No, she would purposely poison me with the sole point of her defeating me in that fight.
Granted, she claims that it's something that's good luck for her, doesn't
Wait, that was her?
affect her.
That was her. How she managed to ensure that she was against me in an unarmed fight, I don't know. But that was her.
I guess that explains why neither me nor Cass saw her the entire time. We were sitting up in the stands.
So I don't know what to think.
Did she say why she did this?
It's pretty obvious why, isn't
She
it?
has her own plan. Didn't want to talk to any of us about it. Didn't want to be part of the team, and if she wanted to fight so bad, she could have discussed it with us. Instead, she just decided to sneak in and fight against us. For whatever reason she did it for, it was still wrong.
Her reasoning was because she also wanted to go up the fight, and according to her, we can still go along with our idea we had with her being the champion. Which
is fine, if it had been
Yeah.
discussed previously, and you weren't pitted against each other, unknowingly.
I'll just say, I don't like this city. I don't know anything about human civilized politics. The only reason I can do any of this is because I trust you guys more than I trust anyone else. I cannot work with Alyssa. At some point, I'm going to do something I regret doing.
About 30 seconds after you say that, Alyssa walks through the front doors of the inn.
Yeah, Martin's going to take his untouched drink and just chug it as Alyssa comes into the room.
She's walking with her hands behind her head, very lackadaisically, trotting through. Once she notices the table, she'll very quickly go up, boisterously grab a seat, prop her feet up, grab her favorite tankard, and start nursing a drink.
Okay.
So, still looking down at my cup. I won't look up. Both hands on it. So,
That was
Alyssa.
quite- Oh, sorry.
Oh, go. Sorry.
Go
So Alyssa, I know you're very happy about the fight that you won. It seems anyway.
Of course, I personally arranged it after all.
Yes, you must be very pleased with yourself.
Well, of course, it took a lot of money to bribe the registrar to put us up against each other first thing in the morning.
Why would you want to be put up against Morn?
And instantly, as you say that, in almost like a flash of emotion, she slams her tankard down on the table. Because I think he very well knows why. Back at that swamp fortress, you tried to pity on me by handing me the kill, like some kind of roadkill on the side of the road. Trying to give me the last blow. Like I was some sort of dying animal. A fox caught in a bear's trap. You've been challenging my place as apex predator of this pack for some time now. So, she, almost in another flash of emotion, goes back very casually. So, I had to reaffirm my position.
That's not how we do things.
Well, yes, I know that. You are all people.
Aye. And so are you.
And she wags her finger very playfully. That's yet again where you are wrong.
Okay, make an attack. Make an attack roll.
It's nighttime?
it's nighttime, but it's gonna be dim lighting in here.
Dim lighting.
Okay.
So wait,
You
hold
got-
on, wait. It's only +1. It's not. Oh, to attack. Never mind. I haven't done damage yet.
So as she's talking and like explaining her side and kind of laughing, all of a sudden Freya just manically pulls a knife from behind and like up over the table and just like dives at Alyssa's face. Okay. 25 hit, Alyssa?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. As she dives across the table, you watch as she just straight out and plunges the dagger at a shoulder.
It's only 4.
Okay. 4 damage.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. 4 damage, and she's standing. She's like crouched on the table as everybody in the room is paying attention to you guys now, and the dagger is about like a quarter of an inch into the shoulder, and she's just holding it there.
Attacks per action. I can do it. I'm gonna slice at her again. Because I have 2 well, no, this is like a surprise attack,
It's
so I only
like a
get 1.
surprise.
Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
So, as I'm doing that attack, I'm gonna be talking through my teeth again. If you want to be a fighting machine so bad, let me give you a good fight. One that you can die for. Yeah, twist it.
You're gonna. Okay. So she twists it a little bit, and if that's the case, roll initiative.
Yeah, we need some different music for this.
Yeah, can we have a different...
Shit's about to go down.
Yeah, that was a... 1 second. Are you changing the music or should I?
You can do it. I don't have it up.
PvP.
Did not see that coming.
Just not when you thought.
We'll just go with this one. Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I need to roll initiative.
Well, only people that are going to be in a fight, right?
Exactly, I need to roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Okay, place yourselves where you are.
I'm gonna roll 2.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I want
just
to
so
be.
that
Yeah.
I'll have a
Yeah.
spot, but I'm not gonna do anything just yet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I am in this.
Sorry, Frosty. Freya was calming down, but the boisterous gloating about pitting yourself against Morn in an arena just twisted it even more.
DM, I'm choosing not to enter combat, so I'll place myself at initiative count 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Freya has lunged across the table, and you are right in her face. Dagger partially into the shoulder blade. Morn, immediately you notice this happening, and you are first up.
But she's not fighting back, and I guess we technically noticed that too, though.
No, I know. I'm just having you guys roll initiative, and if you do something, you do something, and if you don't, so be it.
Okay.
That's your choice.
I'm going to walk around to the side. I will ready an action. If Alyssa makes any movement towards Freya or makes any attempt to attack anyone in this room, I will be swinging my axe.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Kaz,
Scratch her eyes out. Oh my god.
as you watch Morn stand up and nonchalantly walk around the table and stand menacingly over Alyssa and just stare at her as Freya is lunged across the table, dagger about a half an inch into the shoulder.
I guess I'll just do a dodge action in case anything comes at me. Other than that, I'm just gonna see how this plays out.
Okay. People in the room have taken notice to this and have like skirted off to the side of the rooms. The
That's cool.
bartender is like paying attention to you guys and like watching very attentively. Okay.
Fucking bartender, dude.
Fucking bartender.
Yeah,
He
right?
knows something. He knows.
Does Kaz even pass perception and notice anything's going on?
That's brutal.
That's
Holy
good.
I
shit.
just
like,
drink
wait.
my drink.
There's something
for
happening
my
in here?
action.
Freya, you're up again.
No. Henri.
Yep. Okay,
Isn't it Henri?
No, it's
No,
you.
you're next. You're next.
you're 18.
Oh, gotcha.
Morn.
Sorry.
Yeah, Morn, Kaz, Freya, and then Henri, and then Alyssa.
I'm gonna have Flasher that same wicked grin that I did last time.
Okay.
Holy hell, that's really loud. Flasher the same grin that I did last time. What's the matter? You want to fight so bad? Why don't we pit one animal against another? Rather than somebody that's not suspecting your ridiculousness. Come on, we'll have a good fight. I'm happy to die. You're happy to die. Just do what you do best. Kill. Just do it. I'm just basically trying to like egg her on. Like, just do it. You want to fight so bad, let's do it.
Are you attacking, or is it going to Henri?
Yeah, hold on. Okay. Roll a charisma saving throw. No, sorry. Something going on in the background. As the dagger plunges into Alyssa's shoulder, and you mutter your phrase, and you tell her, I'm ready to die. If you're ready to die, let's play. You watch as shoo, shoo, and like shadow armor begins to form, and a mask comes down off the top of the head and forms around the top of the face, and a billowing cloak furls out and begins to wave, and a chest piece begins to form. As you see, as one half of the mask covers her face, while the other is open, and you can see her face, but it's lightly obscured and kind of a grayish color. On the left side of the face, the eye squints and goes into a yellow, slitted pupil, as she is now staring Alyssa down.
Still with a wicked grin.
Yep.
But I will not further my attack because I've made my attack and I'm goading her on to fight me.
Okay. Henri.
Henri is just gonna
And you guys,
sit
everybody
there
right now
not
is
really
seeing
knowing
this.
what to do for the moment.
Okay.
I need the evil duck emoji right now. Throw it at me, Kai. I need the evil duck emoji.
Is that your turn, Henri?
Thank
I'm
you.
not doing anything at the moment.
Okay, Alyssa. As you sit there with this dagger just slightly into your shoulder, all of a sudden she says this phrase and these words to you, stares you down, and all of a sudden an entire shadow armor, like this shadow being just begins to apparate on her body and billow out in all directions. The lights in the room actually start to flicker slightly.
With my feet still propped up on the table, she sort of just swirls her tankard in a circular motion, just sloshing her drink around. Looks you up and down very exasperatedly, and she just says, "Now why would I want to do that? I've already beaten the physically strongest member of you. Fighting any other of you would be boring, especially when it's clear that I'm not going to win against all of you." And I pass turn.
Okay.
Let's at least we agree on something. Fights when you're not in the best spot are kind of boring. This isn't boring. Hope you still feel like you're on top. I'll pass my turn. The same right action.
Yes.
This time kind of looking just down at her.
Can I? I mean, I'll have plenty of movement to come over here. Can I pull the knife out? Is the knife still in?
Like a quarter of an inch. Like the tip of the blade is like in her shoulder.
Can I pull it out as a free object interaction?
It's attached to my hand.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna
kind
have.
of my question. Like,
Oh, you want to like
just
pull
go
my
to
hand back?
pull it out, will you let me do it? Because if not, it'll be contested and it'll be in action.
So you're asking if you were to come over and try to remove the dagger I've placed in Alyssa's shoulder, if I would let you do it.
Yes, and I'm also asking the DM if she just lets me pull it out, can I do that without burning my action?
Yeah.
That would be a no.
Okay. So no.
If you don't let me, I'm assuming then it would then be an action to do a strength contest. So
Yes.
I will just not do that, and
Okay.
I will instead. There's a lot of people in this bar, right?
There's a lot of people in here. I just haven't had an opportunity to place them, but there's a bartender, barmaid, and then there's this table over here is full. There's 2 individuals here, and then there's somebody playing on the instrument over here.
Are there patrons at the bar as well?
Yeah. And they are all looking scared of Freya right now, and are slowly inching towards the door.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to I'm gonna say let's just go to bed, and I'm gonna twin spell polymorph and hit them both with it, and try to turn them both into a toad and just take them upstairs.
Oh God.
Okay. Are you doing this on the sneaky, or are you doing this just like, nah?
I mean, I'm gonna. For the 2 of them,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it. I mean, they already know. I already came up to try to pull the knife out, so I'm
Yeah.
not necessarily trying to hide it from Henri and Freya. I want to.
But from the rest of the room is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Yes, as
Okay,
much as I can.
Sleight of hand. Beat a 17. Yep. So he walks up, Kaz walks up, she places her hand on the knife and kind of like shoves it just a little bit, as in a like, please remove the knife. And Freya looks at you and just drives it a little bit deeper. And as she does, you lean into Alyssa and Freya, who are pretty close. I think it's time to go to bed, and just touch both of them.
It's time to go to sleep, guys.
So it's a. Well, is it? Hold on. Is it wisdom or constitution? It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's a DC 17 for each of you.
Woo!
So you have to beat a... What is that?
A 17. We have to beat a 17. Is that what you're saying?
I think 17 or 18. I can't remember what he
Wisdom save.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, I
tie
fucking nailed
your
that.
roll to the 17.
said. Okay.
Oh boy.
So this was my concern with the knife. I don't know what happens if the knife
She
is
died.
still in her as she turns to a frog, or if it logistically I don't know how that works, but
Well,
I mean,
if it
technically your body shrinks and basically pulls away, so no.
and also the same would be happening to Freya, so the knife would probably.
No, I
Yeah.
beat the wisdom save.
Yeah, Freya's not polymorph.
Like, what happens to your gear when you're all polymorphed? It probably just magics away somehow.
So Freya is not affected, but Alyssa just and turns into a toad.
I'm just gonna grab the toad, put it in my pack,
And just
Go
pick off
upstairs.
walking.
just go
Yeah.
upstairs to the room.
As Kaz just like grabs the toad midair, shoves it in a pouch, and just looks at you and begins to walk around the table. Everybody in the room is like, oh, and they're like all paying attention to your table right now.
I'm in the heat of. Oh wait, I'm gonna roll for this 1 second. I'm gonna do even or odd again. So I'm gonna follow Kaz because I'm seeing red, and I want Alyssa to either be a coward and not want to fight me because she's afraid, or fight me. So because she used the everybody fighting against me excuse, I'm still gonna be pushing to fight her. So if Kaz grabbed the toad and went to walk away, I'm gonna be chasing after.
I'm gonna grab one of Freya's arms.
She turns and with the left side, like the little yellow demon slit just stares at you attentively as you grab her arm. The shadow cloak just billows behind her.
Oh, I don't need help. I can do this all on my own. Don't worry. I can handle it.
That bartender is up to something. We need to get out of here.
Oh, the
We can
bartender's
deal
up
with
to
Alyssa
something, then
after.
we
I
can
hate
deal
Alyssa
with
as much as you do.
I'm not gonna be like, and I don't want to use the word coherent. I won't be like, it's gonna be like, oh, if the bartender is a problem, then kill the bartender. I need to fight Alyssa. I'm still gonna be still pulling away to go after Kaz.
There's worse things. I'll let you go.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, I'm definitely still pushing for Alyssa.
I'll follow up. A little bit entertained.
So if Kaz went up to the room, I'm still following then.
Yes. What's the rest of you doing?
As well, I was waiting for my turn, I guess. Are we out of initiative?
Yeah, pretty much out of initiative at this
Okay.
point.
Well then,
You see all of this happen, and all of a sudden Alyssa just disappear. Kaz just like snatches something out of the middle of the air and takes off at a wall, at a very fast strut. And all of a sudden, Freya, covered in this shadow cloak, takes off too, and Morn grabs her for a split second, and then let's go.
I'm gonna go up to Freya and try to get in front of her. Can I get in front of her?
I am going to attempt to block Henri.
Okay.
Oh, Morn wants to feed the beast. Let her have it.
Roll dexterity versus dexterity.
Oh.
You've
Well, I
got
hope
to
I
be
beat that.
Oh.
shitting me.
Oh. Henri, did you trip? Henri tripped. Henri
I
tripped.
don't fucking know. Wow.
So even in Morn's sluggish state, you go to sidestep him, and he just big body blocks the entire stairs and looks at you and just kind of like a solemn no.
I look at him and I'm fucking seething right now. I'm like, and I just say, "Get out of my way."
I'm just kind of standing there and waiting for Freya to go upstairs.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hesitated. I'm still going after Kaz.
Yeah, and I'll kind of follow behind her.
Okay. Freya continues up the stairs as Morn slowly just back steps up the stairs, staring at you as you walking in front of him, just staring him down.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Backstare, like.
I'll
What are you gonna do
cast
about it?
Zephyr Strike on myself and try to move past him. My movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity, so I don't know if that counts for anything.
It's a magic spell, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, because I gotta fucking be sneaky about it, don't I?
Okay.
Damn.
So all of a sudden, Henri just mutters a couple phrases, and is just and zips by you.
Now, if I have to get in front of her, I will put my hands on Freya.
If Henri is faster than Freya and can catch her, I will attempt to grapple Henri.
Okay, you're gonna have to try and make a move for that because Henri is fast right now, and because she casts Zephyr Strike, technically there's no attacks of opportunity. So you'll have to wait until the next come around to try and grab.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Jerry.
Jesus. So you sidestep, and all of a sudden you are standing in front of Freya right now, and she is still billowing shadows at this point.
One track mind, seeing red. Kaz has a toad, that is Alyssa, and I am dead set on getting on it. So if anybody's in front of me, I'm not even looking, I'm walking around them, I'm just...
Can I still make an action?
What is the Zephyr Strike? Does it
The
allow
bonus
an action?
action.
So then you still have an action.
I'm gonna smack Freya. Like,
Roll to
open
hit.
hand, whap! As hard as I can.
Roll to hit.
Gotta be
No.
fucking kidding me.
Sorry.
Okay. You wind up to slap Freya, and she stops you midair and just stares at you.
Everything I'm choosing is the opposite of what I'm hoping is going to happen at this point.
So, what are you doing, Freya? Do you continue?
Well, I rolled odd. So
Yeah, I mean,
at-
Kaz can't be that far ahead of Freya.
Just barely. But because you stopped in front, she got really close. And
well, he also
now
grabbed me and
Andre-
stopped me. So he
Yep.
Kaz is a few feet for sure.
Yeah, he's just about to the room.
So
And now Andre has stopped you. So at this point, Kaz is literally at the door of the room. Her room.
So after I move around Henri, I'm gonna talk at Kaz.
If she moves, tries to move around me, I'm gonna try to hit her again.
Do you have another action?
Can I take an attack of opportunity if she's the one moving?
If she moves out of your range.
Yeah. So then if that would happen. I would keep walking. So then I would get an opportunity attack again. Then.
Okay, then yeah.
And this time I'll try to chop her in the throat.
In the throat?
Yeah, I'm trying to incapacitate her. I'm not trying to kill her.
Okay. Unarmed strike.
Are you fucking kidding me? Come on!
You spin around and try to chop her in the throat, but at the last second, the back of your mind screams friend, and you hesitate and miss her by just centimeters. And she just continues out of your range and up the stairs. And now she's yelling at Kaz as the doors open and Kaz is walking through.
I'm gonna be talking at Kaz. Harboring a criminal. She wants to kill us. She's against us. She's not a friend. Why are you bringing her to our room? Why would you stop us? She wants to fight so bad. She wants a good fight, one that somebody's not crippled in. Let her fight me, one-on-one.
I don't respond at all.
God damn
Okay.
it.
And as you say
Better
this,
option anyway.
she pauses in the door and then closes the door behind her. Unless
Kaz?
you have something else, Kaz.
Kaz does or I do?
Nope, Kaz.
I will go in. I'll try to lock it if I can, if there's any kind of mechanism to do that.
There's a lock. Out of initiative order, as the door has been closed. How long does polymorph last?
To an hour.
Okay.
I'm
So you're-
hoping that after an hour she'll be cooled off.
We're at about we're about the 30-minute mark.
The issue is that Alyssa didn't need to cool off.
Morn,
She was...
can't hear you, dude.
As soon as my turn was coming up, I'm casting Charm Person on Freya.
Okay. So Freya takes a angry step up the top of the stairs, and as she does, you cast Charm Person. So what is the DC? Wisdom, make a wisdom saving throw.
My spell save DC is 14.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
And then if it fails, it is charmed by you. The charmed creature regards you as friendly.
So
I'm
wisdom
certainly
save?
not.
Wisdom save?
I'm not fighting Freya, so I don't think she has advantage.
I do
It's
though
kind of a
because
difficult one.
Yeah, but it's this a natural thing to be. I'm naturally gonna have advantage against being charmed
Yeah, because
because I'm half elf.
Oh,
Yep.
true.
And it doesn't. So here's my next question. Regardless, Freya, did you ever stop seeing Morn as a friend?
Did I stop
It's
seeing
no.
him as a
It's
friend?
if it's we're fighting. I'm not fighting her.
Well, he's not been in my face.
I understand that, but if you look at the charmed person, it says the charmed person regards you as a friendly acquaintance. You guys are already friends.
No, I was going for the charm, not the. There's more. She also gets the charmed condition.
Spell ends.
Oh, he's gotcha. He's not looking for both aspects of that.
Okay.
But
Not
either
really
way,
sure how that would play out though.
what was the DC again? It was 14?
14.
It was
Yes.
14. So if you have advantage, then yeah, you'd be able to resist it. But you would know that I attempted to do it.
Oh, I would know that you attempted
Really?
to charm me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in the back of your mind, you get the tingle, and know exactly who cast at you. Also, what does that do, Morn? Can't remember.
Oh, I'm just doing that every time. As long as I
know.
don't roll a 1, we're fine.
I know. That's why I was wondering if I can't remember what the rules were on that again.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know after the episode.
Feels good. So, what are you doing, Freya?
Peace of an option.
you just now saw that.
Yeah, I just now saw that. I will be going up to the door and attempting to open it. If it's not locked, I will open it and go inside. If it is locked, I'm going to attempt to force it open.
Okay, it is locked.
Freya, stop.
Through gritted teeth, while I'm trying to force the door open, she's against us. She couldn't care what happens to us. She could have killed you. She needs, if she wants to fight so bad, let her do it under conditions where nobody can intervene or nobody has the upper hand. She wants to fight so bad. Let her fight me, and I'll end her.
We can't.
Do you realize that
Andre,
right now?
We can't do that here.
Do you realize that right now
We're in way
your
too much
actions are
danger.
directly counter to us completing this mission? To me, getting my daughter back. You are way out of line.
Ooh,
Alyssa already
I'm gonna
wrote that, Andre.
instantly snap out of it when she says that I'm in direct, like, basically, I'm doing the opposite of what's needed to be done for her daughter, and I'm gonna, that thought entering my head is gonna, like, snap me out of it.
Okay. As you watch as one by one the pieces of shadow armor just begin to, like, fall off.
I'm gonna stop.
Wasn't it you that was saying we need to lay low? And now look what you're doing. Collect yourself.
I'm gonna stop
Andre,
trying to
you
force the
can't
door open.
honestly believe that Alyssa cares at all
That
about
doesn't
you.
matter. What she did was not good. Yes. But that doesn't justify what just happened. Causing a scene in front of all those people, using magic, forcing someone else to use magic to disperse a situation.
That is the
What
problem.
the fuck are you thinking?
I'm gonna have my head bowed, but
Honestly, we need to leave now. We need to
I
hide.
agree.
Putting Morn's life in danger, raising arms against him, fighting against us.
Freya,
That's all
hide.
fine and dandy, but we can deal with that later. Right now, we need to focus on getting out of here.
No, we have a leech in our team.
Well, we'll deal
I
with it
need
when
to
we're not in danger.
Hey,
Need to
Freya,
exterminate
Freya.
the leech.
Can you go with Andre?
Go where?
I want you two to hide.
Who's at the bottom of the stairs, or like not fully up the stairs?
I want you two to run now. I'll deal with Kaz. I'll deal with Alyssa.
No, not while you're still weakened.
Morn, roll a perception check. Actually, no. What's your passive? Like 16,
Yeah, my
right?
passive is 16.
Okay. We'll say between that and your passive, you slightly hear conversations downstairs on the bottom of the stairs. And you kind of just quick glance over your shoulder and you think you see 2 guards, but you're not sure.
Kaz, we have a problem. You need to open this door.
And that's where we're going to end our night.
Yikes!
Like
What is happening?
zoinks.
Like zoinks.
You guys are giving me the opportunity to do so many fucking cliffhangers. It's amazing!
Belly full of
I'm
white dog
glad.
rapping.
I'm glad someone's enjoying it.
I'm not doing this. This wasn't me. This wasn't Ginge.
This is all us right now.
You guys are imploding and it's magical.
Fucking imploding. There's tension within the ranks.
Fuck!
Yeah, old timer. I remember the bartender. Fuck that guy.
This is literally all stream. This is literally all I see on the other side of this webcam in Frosty's chair right now.
This is why he doesn't use a
The
webcam. We
webcam
get
that
scared of
doesn't
him.
exist.
He's like,
I'm
yes!
scared of him, IRL. Yeah.
Let them dissolve!
It's literally either that or he's holding a cat just like.
Like
He's a
worse.
Bond villain.
Yeah, he just takes a bite out of an apple. That's what
He's
I'm
like,
imagining.
yes, my work here is finished.
I love it. I love the tension.
Oh no, it's
No, it's
as
gold.
a
It's
player, this
awesome.
is fantastic.
It's fucking fun.
The only problem is, Frosty, you do realize this, though, bro, is that good or bad right now, if you have to make another character or something ever happens or we play another campaign, these people are going to be like, okay, when's
What is
Frosty
Frosty
gonna
up
fuck
to?
us?
What
When's
is
Frosty
Frosty
gonna
up
fuck
to?
us?"
The easiest solution here is we just kill Alyssa. I'm down.
Oh
Jesus.
man. No, I just
Anyways.
wanted to brawl.
I'll say it.
Someone.
Thank
I'll
you
say it.
all for coming.
Yes, thank you very
Next-
much.
Please join us next week, where the party
Implodes.
has some shit to figure out. Possibility of
Yeah,
people
we fucking do.
downstairs. I mean, yeah. Join us again next week, Wednesday, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Thank you.
See you next week. Peace.